Hello, I'm Sydney, and today we're going to be talking about teaching phonics. So, when teaching phonics, we are making connections between sounds and the written letters that represent them. So, we're giving a letter representation to the sounds that are heard. Small groups are beneficial to student learning outcomes, so students benefit from working in small groups during these activities. And so with that, center activities can be incorporated. This is a good practice to allow teachers to work with those small groups individually while other students are working on different stations that they can do, independently or within that small group without the teacher needing to be there to model it for them. Often teachers can use screenings to measure where students fall in comprehending phonics. Based on the level that they fall into, they can then be placed into groups that match up with them, so when you're working in these smaller groups, they are all on the same level of learning. One activity that could be used is what's missing. So students fill in the missing letter on worksheets like this, or you can write it out on the board and then have one missing letter, and then the student is expected to fill in this letter. And obviously the words will differ based on how complex the level of learning is for that specific classroom, but these are just some examples. Another activity that can be used is word ladders. So students begin at the top of the ladder, and they're just going to fill in the letters based on the picture provided, and then they just move down the ladder, and they'll be taking certain letters out and adding in new letters, making new words. So this is a good activity to use for phonics. The last activity that I have is say it, make it, write it, and there are multiple variations of this activity. There's, say it, make it, write it, say it, pop it, write it, read it. This one is using a popular kids toy, the Poppets, that have recently been very popular among kids. This is a good way to engage students in this activity, is allowing them to use a toy that they're familiar with, but this can also be abused within the classroom, so it is something to be careful about. But anywho, basically the student says the word, and then they, pop out the letters for the word, and then they write it, and then read it out loud. Alrighty, thank you.